Hey there guys, and welcome back to Alex Invests. For those of you who don't know, I'm Alex. I'm a business owner with a degree in economics, and I've been investing since I was 18 years old. Today, as we can see, the markets are green again, and it's Black Friday today, guys, so it's a half day. The markets are closing very soon here. Today, I just wanted to give you guys an update on EXRO Technologies. This is a stock that I talked about 2 days ago, and literally a couple hours after I posted that video, they came out with the public share offering price and how many shares they were offering. So that is what we're going to talk about today, and then look at the chart quickly and where we should go from here. Before we get into it, as always, please like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel, and it helps me provide more stock picks for you guys. So on the 25th of November, EXRO Technologies came out and said that they were going to have a public share offering of just over 11 million shares at a price of $3.25, and that this would close on December 8th at the latest. Now, it turns out that all of those shares have already been sold at the price of $3.25, so there is none left to buy. We saw the stock get affected by this a little bit, but not very much at all because of how quickly all these shares were sold and the demand we have for this stock. We saw the price go down to 3.8, and that is the lowest we saw. And after that, it literally instantly jumped right back up to over 4.2. And again, I mentioned this in my plug video as well after they did their public share offering. The price went down to the share offering price, and since then has not dropped to that price again, and I do not see that happening. And I see a similar thing here, although here we didn't even drop down to the price that the public share offering was for at $3.25. Now, this was a perfect time to announce this public share offering because, as I mentioned in my other video, EXRO on the 20th announced that their 100-volt coil driver was ready to go for electric vehicles. And this is obviously going to drive the price of EXRO higher, and that's exactly why and when they decided to make this public share offering, because they knew the volume traded in the stock would be much higher. Now, for those of you who aren't happy with the public share offering because it does make the price decrease a little bit, let me just mention this to you guys. You should actually be happy about it because it means the company doesn't have to raise more debt. And the debt that they would have had to raise for these share offerings are going to be much more expensive in the long run if you're in this stock for the long run, which I am definitely in this stock for the long run, and I advise you guys to be as well. I'm not much of a day trader. I usually just like to buy my stocks which I think are going to grow a lot into the future and then hold them for those next 3 to 5 years or longer, depending on where I think the stock will go once I reevaluate after that time. In the meantime, I usually just like to buy on the dips, and this is a perfect opportunity for you guys to do so because I do not think we're going to see this price again moving forward. Now, EXRO has already said in the same report that they mentioned the share price and the amount of shares that are going to be offered to the public, what they're going to use the raised capital for, which is first of all for corporate purposes, but most importantly for the company's battery management system as well as electric vehicle programs. Now, this is what's really important here because their battery management system is going to change the way that they're able to use their technology. So here we are on their website, right? And we can see they have hardware and software for their intelligent battery management system, and it's basically to manage the charge and discharge levels of every single cell within a battery pack. So it doesn't now control the entire battery pack as a whole, but each individual cell is actually looked at and monitored and managed so to create higher efficiency. We can see some of the other things here. Extends battery life, right? Real-time control of each cell for equal degradation of cells during battery lifespan. So there we can really see how each individual cell is what they're monitoring. Right here, they can replace only the damaged cells instead of the entire battery pack. Another really important point to mention is this one right here. Better manufacturability with integrated circuit board in each cell eliminates metal plates and reduces cell operations. this is going to be insane for the EV industry as well. We can see the benefit is removes a specific manufacturing cost, which is the metal plates, right? And simplifies the battery operation, meaning that the batteries will last longer, and that's what we see on some of these other points as well, and reduces battery failures, another big one for the EV industry. This is huge for EVs and EV companies. It's hard for them to turn down something like this technology, which really only helps them increase efficiency, helps them optimize, and helps them reach those goals of longer battery life, increase of range. These are all things that EVs and EV companies need and want to have to beat their competition, and one company is giving it all to them. And the other thing is, once one of these EV companies adopts this in their vehicles, every single other EV company is going to have to adopt this technology in their cars, or they're going to fall behind. So that's what makes this technology so big. So these are all things that are going to be absolutely huge moving forward in this company. And with this technology, I think they're going to change the game again here. They've already done it with their 100-volt coil driver, which goes in their electric vehicles. And this right here is going to be the next step that again pushes them even higher as a company. We're really just at the beginning of what they're going to do and the things that they're using their research and development capital now for. I mean, let's make a comparison here. Look at Tesla 2 years ago even, or longer, and they were constantly investing more and more and more into R&D, and they are right now the leaders in the EV space. And I see a similar thing for EXRO here. They're early adopters. They're the first ones in this industry here at all. I can't find another company like them. They have patented technology, and with all of that, we're going to see nobody really be able to catch up to them in the industry if another company decides they want to get into this field. First of all, they have to get around the patents. Second of all, they have to be able to catch up, and that is going to be the most challenging part for any company, and that's the most challenging part right now for any of the other EV companies besides Tesla. Tesla started way earlier, and that is why they are a leader, and that is why they are the leader in the EV space. And that's exactly why EXRO is going to be the leader in the coil driver optimization of motors and efficiency of motors space in the future and moving forward. All right, guys, so here we are at the chart, and there's a few things I wanted to mention to you guys. First of all, we have this big run up here, right? And then from the 24th to the 25th, we saw some downturn, and probably because people were expecting the news of the public share offering. A price had not been disclosed at that point, but we knew it was coming, and that's why we saw it come down again. And obviously because of this big run up, we had to come down a little bit, right? And then from the 25th, we saw another big jump down to the 3.8 mark here, right? And that is kind of what we wanted to see through my calculations that I did, because of such the small amount of the public share offering compared to the shares that are already outstanding. We weren't going to see that price come all the way back down to the 3.2 mark, which would be right around here. But what we did see is the stock instantly jump back down, and because of the high demand and the high volume we're trading, we can see the volume right here. And so we come right back up from that point. What do I see here moving forward? Maybe some consolidation, and we keep moving, and we keep seeing those ups, right? Staying in between these two trend lines that I drew, staying in between this channel. The other thing that I could maybe see is a blow off top. I mean, we've slowed down on the volume right here, so we might not see that. But if volume spikes again here, we could see a blow off top, and then and then a little bit of a downturn, and then some consolidation moving forward. So right here is still a great time to buy to this stock. Like I mentioned already, I don't see this stock coming down to the 3.8 ever again. Really, there's too much going on right now in this company and too much to look forward to into the future. So I'm thinking of picking up more shares. Obviously, the market is now closed, but Monday or Tuesday, depending on what happens here, I will be picking up more shares. If we do see that blow off top, I will be waiting for it to come back down again and consolidate, and that's where I will be buying. And obviously, let's just get back to this volume here for a minute. I mean, look at the past since the 20th, right, of November. We saw huge volume being traded compared to the 2 or 3 weeks prior to that, and again from this run up we saw huge volume being traded. But it's just this news coming out, and I do see it continue. I see volume continuing to go up here, but again, we're slowing down a bit here, which is kind of nice to see for a little bit, so that we don't see too much wild hype on the uptrends, right? And I'm not sure if we're going to see too much hype on this stock just yet, and that's another reason why I think it's great to still get in here. There is like a bit of hype around it, obviously, because of their news and where they're going, but for the price that we're still getting at 4.6, it's a great deal, and I will, like I said, be upping my shares. Alright guys, so that's going to be all for today. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, as always, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment if you want. Let me know how I'm doing. And other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys on Sunday.